People of the world, right, we're now going to discuss university hockey. Now, those of you that actually know me know that it's a subject that's close to my heart. Hold on, I've forgotten to go and get the outfit I'm supposed to be wearing for this. 2 seconds. Please amuse yourselves, possibly by listening to, I don't know, I don't know. I really don't know. Whatever amuses you for the next like 20 seconds, I'll be back. I've decided that when we're discussing university hockey, I'm going to wear the jacket. Now, we like the jacket, it's good for us. Now, where was I? University hockey. Okay. Now, we know it's run by bucs, don't we? Now, bucs, I would say, have a major bias towards universities they deem as not responsible, large sporting institutions. That's the one we're after. Now, I don't believe it's correct. I mean, they weight points massively in favour of institutions that enter cycling, golf, do you know what I mean? Water polo. The very, very random sports that aren't played even at a majority of institutions. They are the minority. And the problem is that because they weight bucs points as a Premier League level, even if there's not enough teams going through the structure, it means that institutions of a smaller level lose massively. So it turns it into almost, it's a very unfair playing field. I don't like it. I really don't. I mean, let's look at institution that we could look at. Let's go with Greenwich, for instance. Okay, we know, well, I know more to the point, that they have a men's hockey team just been promoted to Division 4, a women's hockey team in Division 5. They've got 5 football teams at the moment, 4 men's and a women's, right? They're playing, the women's is only playing in Lussell. The men's ones, they've got 5 in, according to bucs. They haven't. It's the same players that play in the 4 Wednesday bucs sides that are playing in the Lussell side. Netball, 4 teams. I think they're all in bucs and Lussell now. And then you've got an American football team, a cheerleading team. You don't get any bucs points for cheerleading. I can't get my head around this. Almost every institution of a certain size, i.e. a university, not a college, all have, let's say, a cheerleading team. They vary on how good they are or how bad they are and everything. That's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about why. I think it's wrong that cheerleading don't get points. I don't particularly enjoy it as a sport. I struggle with it because it's subjective, but I understand that it takes effort, skill, persistence. I'll take it. It's like equestrian at the Olympics. I think it's a bit random, but I kind of half appreciate it. But I have a problem with it because it doesn't ever actually help the institution, ever. That's my problem with it. It doesn't go, it's not with the rest of us under this bucs umbrella. It's meant to be the umbrella organisation for university sport, and they're excluding a sport. But anyway, enough about my loving with cheerleading. They're going to love me for that, because I care a little bit. I do. They're lovely, but I just don't understand why we can't all be under this umbrella. Also, I learnt the other week that Greenwich have started a polo team. Didn't know we were that middle class, but Sally forth, girls. It's a delightful idea. Now, other issues that I have with books at the moment are when there has obviously been foul play, they then won't go back and look at it. Let's just say I was involved in an incident a couple of years ago whereby a university had arrived to play us. We were meant to be playing at their place. We didn't. Their pitcher's floodlights had broken for a late game. Okay. Now we wanted to play the game because if we won the game, we were promoted. It was that tight at the top. It was the last game of the season. That's how it was going to work. Okay. So we turn up and play this game. We win 2-0. They, knowing that we go on tour the next day, enter the result as a 2-2 draw. A 2-2, excuse me, a 2-2 draw means that they go up. Now, I won't tell you the institution's name because I don't believe that to be correct, because I don't believe it's actually their fault. If you do it, you should then be brought to book when the evidence is presented to the association. Right? Now, we did present the evidence to bucs. Bucs ignored it. Now the question is, did bucs ignore it because of who we are, or did they ignore it because of some other agenda? They never really made it clear, and that's a problem, really, isn't it? You're meant to be a transparent sporting organisation. If you're not, well then you're not. But don't tell everyone that you are. It's just not quite tickety-boo, really. And it has to be said that bucs, you love red brick and Oxbridge. You do. That's the way you are as an institution. Is it wrong? Yes. Is it the way you are? Yes. Do you attempt to compensate for it? I'd say no. You don't. And until you do, I'm not going to support you particularly. And you will probably get more reviews like this on this channel. Because my views will always be presented in an honest, opinionated way. Because I've got opinions, and we'll talk about them. And also, occasionally we're going to have guests. I've got a guest lined up that went to South Bank. There'll be another couple of guests from Goldsmith at some point, I believe. Middlesex are also coming. Numerous people are going to come and talk about what they see as institutional bias against them. Is it wrong? Yes. Do bucs help institutions that already have facilities to get more facilities? Yes. Do institutions without facilities get any help? Nope. Nope, they don't. Let's not even get me started on the lack of pitches in South London on a Wednesday that universities can possibly use. It's very, very minimal. Anyway, in good news, you have tightened up the playing ringers rules, which it matters. It does matter, especially at lower levels. Now, the interesting point is this. Let's just say last month I saw what has to be described as a first team come to visit another first team from a much lower division. It was meant to be a second team. I recognised their captain and no one else. Interesting that. Now, they needed a win. They didn't get it. It was close, but they didn't get it. But they were scared because they knew. They knew that we knew. And we had the form filled out and signed by them. But this is the thing, bucs. If you win, there's no point sending that form in to tell you what's happened. None. You don't get any reward for it. You don't get any extra help with it. If you're already beating the team that you've beat, it doesn't matter. It bears no resemblance on anything. Because unless that protest form's filled in, I could write Mickey Mouse on the form. And you don't care. This is the problem. I've never ever seen a bucs official in 4 years of playing university hockey. I don't play any longer. But I've been to games still this year because I'm good like that. And also, having a beer and supporting your university is the correct thing to do. Now, I think we've gone on long enough about why bucs is a bit of a weird organisation and needs probably a shake-up. In the next video, we'll probably have a discussion about... oh, I don't know. Who knows? We'll see. Anyway, good night, God bless, don't be a dick, play hockey.